Okay, this is the ThinLinks management software, which we just called TMS. Now you can see on here there's a number of different devices that I've been running. There's a Phoenix PC, that's our re-PC solution. If you look at the left hand side under firmware type, you can see the types of different firmware that we have. You can see TLX Raspberry Pi and you can see TLX NUC32. Those are the three different versions that are actually been detected by the management software that we use for testing here. Now you can see they're all offline except one device, which I've highlighted, and that's the Raspberry Pi that's actually running the virtual machine that this management software is running on. When you install TLXOS, the software on first installation will automatically contact the ThinLinks license server. It'll send it unique hardware information. The license server then sends back an encrypted license key to the hardware, and that's stored locally on the hardware. If at some future point you delete or change the storage, or if it's a Raspberry Pi you put a different SD card in there, you need to relicense it, but the license server will recognize that that it's been licensed before and just return the same license key. So initially this initial license is the 30-day free trial, but you can actually buy a license at any time during that 30-day free trial and install it using the management software. Or if you wait until the license runs out, the device that's running TLXOS will go into what we call maintenance mode, where it boots into a mode that's all you can do at that point is license it. You can't use it for anything. So I'll just quickly show you what's involved in licensing a device. So this Raspberry Pi is already licensed and it's got a support expiry date of 2021-0504, which is the 4th of May 2021. So licensing a device is very easy. You go to the online ThinLinks store, you buy a license, you then launch TMS. It'll detect the device, which I've highlighted here. I can highlight any device. You notice when I highlight a device that's not actually plugged in at the moment, or it's not on the network, it shows that it's offline, and all the icons along the top here, except for the discovery icon and the download icon, are all blanked out. But when I go to a device that is actually running and it's communicating with the management software, if I click on this one here, you see all the icons are now illuminated. Now to license this device, I just simply go, I have to highlight it first, and you can do more than one at once. Then you go across to device and click on that, go down to install, and if we go across here you can see the options are install hotfix, install license, or upload file. We want to install a license that we've just purchased. We might have purchased 10, but in this case we're just going to use one of them. So we click on install license. It says are you sure that you want a license? Select the device, and I say yes. Then you get this dialog box that pops up, which you enter an email address and a password. And there's two options. One is a free trial or a paid version. Well, we've already used up the free trial, so we're going to leave the default paid version selected. And under email, you simply type in the email address that you used at the online store. When you signed up at the online store, you have to provide an email address and a password, and that email address and password is used to license the devices that you buy licenses for. So the license for a Raspberry Pi is a different license type to the one for the TLX NUC32, which is the Intel small form factor version of TLXOS, and it's different again from the Phoenix PC version, which is repurposed PC, and that's why there's 3 different headings here for the different types. There's also a TLX IoT, which is Internet of Things version, but as you can see, none of them have been detected by TMS, this version of TMS, because I just haven't run one recently. Okay, so to license this device, all I do is put in the email address here, the password, leave the default at paid, click on OK, and about 5 seconds later a message will appear in this status column here, which is, it'll say device licensed, and it's as simple as that. The license is valid for 3 years, and after that license runs out, everything keeps working normally. The only thing you can't do is upgrade the firmware. So if you want to do a full firmware upgrade, you have to buy another license. But we provide hot fixes for things like new versions of Citrix Receiver or new versions of Horizon, VMware Horizon Client or RDP or whatever we happen to update. Between firmware upgrades, we have hot fixes. Sometimes we upgrade the TMS client, which is the client end software that runs inside TLXOS on the device, and it's the agent that communicates with TMS. So TMS talks to it to gather information from the device. So that's how easy licensing is.